Good morning, guys, and welcome to iPunt Smart. Quick preview for Kenilworth racing today. We haven't done a preview for a while, so just to show you that we're still around, that we're still here. Let's start off with the first. And I think it's quite tricky in the first, to be quite honest with you. The machine learning and artificial intelligence shows you King of Colts, Reach to Reef, Another Thief, which has a nice value to it at 16 to 1 at the moment. And then the total T curve, also Reach to Reef, King of Colts, and Another Thief. So those would be the first three. I do have respect though for Kumalo in town for Snaith. So I would be looking at Kumalo and Snaith quite a lot today. He's not in here, but just keep a note of that for as we go along. So yeah, Another Thief for me is the value in this race. The bipot I think is not so easy to get through on the first leg, so I'm going to go with 13, King of Colts, 4, Reach to Reef, 3, Another Thief. I also have respect for Flower Pecker. Glenpool's only horse for the day, and Grant van Niekerk takes the ride today. He wasn't that far off on the bets, and he had Ashby on board. Now he's got Grant van Niekerk on board, and Grant van Niekerk has the Flames, so Flower Pecker has some value as well if he can overcome the draw. And then others to mention is Trivial Matter, the favorite, which could be anything back from the rest now that he is the favorite, but he doesn't overwhelmingly support me. Was second last year, but his bet figures weren't great enough for me to think that he's worth 2 to 1. And then I also want to mention Donderstorm, that had a better bet than Trivial Master, and it's got only one of two for Robinson and Carty. And then the one that's getting the money at the moment, Act of Thunder, has been gelded. Craig Zaki takes the ride, but also nothing spectacular. He just was supported in the betting all the time. So a tough one to get through. But yeah, my three main ones for me is King of Colts, Reach to Reef, and Another Thief. And then Flower Pecker is also a nice roughie for me. In the second, for me, I think anything can win this race, to be quite honest. I'm going to be narrowly in the camp of T'Challa, and then All About Al, and then Spring Awakening, Gainsford, and Captain Dizzy. Notice that All About Al, Marcus, and Zaki is again after the favourite being backed in the previous. And also in the next we have What a Cherry here, that on bat 42 form, that's red because it's outside today's distance category. Even so, it does show 7.63 lengths better than the rest of the field, and on the bat curve it's even more, 9.45 lengths on the rest of the field. So What a Cherry is one to mention here. Then Perfect Trust would be my second rated, and Tamil Tiger would be my third rated, 12-1. And then Noble Grace, the Kumalo one here, with some nice, the best of the green bats, 7.89 lengths, or second best actually, because Rare is the best on 7.63. So those two are nice roughies at 20 to 1 and 16 to 1. So I'm going to go What a Cherry, Perfect Trust, Tamil Tiger, and then the two roughies, Noble Grace and Rare. In the fourth race, yeah, Glenn Cotson's got quite a strong hand, and Justin Snaith's got quite a strong hand. I want to start with Glenn Cotson here as high dudgeon. Blinkers fitted the first time now. Glenn Cotson also on Empress of Jade, also blinkers fitted, and he books two strong jockeys in Kumalo and Furi. Kumalo's the one that's got the better bat 42 by quite a bit over his stablemate Empress of Jade. And then the Justin Snaith Grant van Niekerk combination on the Ntinga is the one with the second highest. Saying that, Empress of Jade has the best bat curve though, so he does definitely pop into the rating as well for me. So I'm going to go with those as my first three: High Dudgeon, Ntinga, and Empress of Jade, 7, 5, and 6. And then the other two to mention is Zippy Over 3 and Magic Moments 4 for me. Bail me out, maybe include him in your pick 6. He does have the best bomb roll 42, and he's got a decent bat and the best intentions, with blinkers fitted from a 1 draw, and this combination pops up quite often, Crawford and Mokotwa today. In the fifth race, yeah, for me, it's either Sunday Island or Quite a Lot. So first choice for me is Sunday Island, but yeah, other than that, it does get very interesting, and it does for me seem to be a tough one. Double duet, again the Snaith Kumalo combination. This time's got the best median speed and the best bat curve here, coming from a rest, so respect for that 12-1 from a 1 draw. Then Douglas, Crawford and Makotwa as the favorite. I would include as well. Then I'd also include Drank's Ferry, Justin Snaith and Craig Zaki. Blinkers fitted 33-1, but does pop up with the best bat 42, 84 and 168 all in red. So for me, he's 4 better than Sunday Island on red. Therefore, if you can do the 1800, then he's a runner. So I'm including him in my pick 6 as a if factor. But yeah, it doesn't stop there. Those are my main chances, but things like Tazeti and Gem Rock must have some chances as well. So it could be a tricky one to get through either Sunday Island, or then if not Sunday Island, then Sunday Island, Douglas, Double Duet, Drank's Fury and Thunder Master, and otherwise all of these yellow stars plus Tazeti and Gem Rock. Moving on to the 6th race. And here, Paris Rix has quite a bit of appeal for me. It does pop up with 6 lengths to spare on the bat 42 form, 6.51 lengths before Gentleman, which is an interesting 25-1 runner from the lowest weight, with Kumalo taking the ride. But yeah, Paris Rix is potentially the best bet for me on the card today. In this race, I do think Paris Rix should be in the shake-up. My second choice here would be Queenswood. He's a spring chicken. That number 2 means he's only having his second run. And having his second run, he's got the best bump C and the best bat C. And he's in the mix here with the 4th best on bat 42. So Queenswood could do any amount of improvement. So he's definitely my second choice here. And really 5 and 6 is for me enough for the PA. Then other than that, 7, 2, 11, 1. So 7, there's a question mark with the being gelded. That's what that little injection means there. The favorite, Voldemort, yeah, he could be anything from the rest, but it doesn't appeal that much for me, maybe because of Marcus being on board, and he's just a carrot nowadays. Then Pitstein won 2 out of 2 on his first 2 races at Kenilworth the previous time. So I'm going to have some respect for Transac here to include him into my pick 6, because Pitstein is in such good form. And then, yeah, Storm Dictator, another one not far off. He appeals to me because he's the stablemate of Paris Rix, and he's got Craig Zaki on board, and his bat figures is not that bad, so maybe there could be a snake in the grass again, as we see so often what the trainers does and what the NHA does nothing about. Stablemates of the favourites seems to be winning more often than the favourites itself. In the 7th race, yeah, I'm going to go with Look for Hounds, and then second after that Izapa, and second All Lit Up, third After the Rain, fourth Izapa. And I think Look for Hounds looks pretty decent on his figures here. He's got a high super rule percentage, best overall ranking, best greenie points, best exact distance, median speed. And again, it's a Kumalo here. After the Rain, Izapa, All Lit Up. All 4 of them, 2, 3, 7 and 10. I will include into my pick 6, and maybe also Adios Amigos, because Greg Shane booked for Candice Dawson. Could be anything coming from the rest here, with a very nice super rule percentage of 70. Moving into the last race. The last race here, I'm going to go with Let It Burn, only runner for Dean Cunningham. That's what that little 1 means there, and why Green Cunningham is in green. He's my first choice. He's got the best bats by quite a bit ahead of Fort Red. 4 lengths, exactly 4 lengths better than Fort Red. So Let It Burn for me is my first choice, also based on greenie point statistical form. Then Han Solo, my second best choice. The third will go to Gem King, again the Pitstein connection here. Pitstein being in such good form. And then 4th choice to Zona with Snaith and Van Niekerk, and then Fort Red is so those are my 8, 6, 11, 3 and 8, 6, 11, 3, yeah, and then I throw in Tizona, the number 9 as well for my pick 6, and maybe also something like Osbob with Kumalo and Snaith at the bottom, and Winchester Mansion with a decent bat figures coming from the rest: best adjusted time, best median speed. Just looking at the jockey trainer combinations here, where I find all the intentions. You can see there's some nice green intentions here. We all about L and What a Cherry. Andre Nel here has Sunday Island and follows it with Double Charge. Then looking here at Dean Kahneman and Keegan Namelo, that looks pretty decent on Let It Burn. Then Eric Sands' best for Fourie, Must Be Perfect Trust, and Namelo is at the bottom, all lit up here. Glenn Cotson for Kumalo in this race looks pretty good, high dudgeon. But Richard Fourie has 2 for Glenn Cotson in the form of Empress of Jade as well as Han Solo. So both of these appeal to me for Glenn Cotson's stable. Then moving further down here, as you see Justin Snaith and Richard Fourie on Paris Ricks looking pretty decent here. Lucinda Woodruff looks pretty decent with the only runner on King of Colts, where Keegan Namela is taking the ride. Mike Stewart here with Kumalo and Gentleman pops up here as a roughie. He's only got 2 for the day, and he puts Kumalo on that one, and Carty on the other one in Fort Red. And here at the bottom, Vaughan Marshall and Kumalo pops up here with the greens in Look for Hounds. That's it, guys. That is hopefully helping you. Let's just move to the JTR detail quickly and see where the biggest ranking averages is. In race 1, the highest is 1.77 King of Colts, and then 2.45 Rich to Reef, and then there's quite a difference into the third of Another Thief. In the second race, the whole field basically is very close together. In the third race, the top 2, Perfect Trust and What a Cherry, has quite a little bit of a gap to the next one, Tamil Tiger, and then more gap to Miss Greenlight. In the fourth, a little bit of a gap on High Dudgeon, followed by Natinga, Zippy Over, Empress of Jade, and Magic Moments, and then there's a big gap to the next. And this is how I use these for my pick 6 and jackpot combinations, really to see what stands out more than the rest. Here, Sunday Island 2.14 versus the next best Thunder Master 3.43, and then the next best Douglas 5.32. So I do think Sunday Island and Thunder Master in the PAs may be enough. And the 6th race, nice little ranking average of 1.64 overall in a field of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So 1.64 out of 11 is very good, and that the reason for that is there's a lot of ones in here. That's why the average is so low. 12 of the columns you actually got the best for Paris Ricks, so that is heartwarming. 12 out of 22 for Paris Ricks is one there that you'll see 12 number ones here at the top. So Paris Ricks for me is a nice little runner. Next best is Queenswood, and then a bit of a gap to Gentleman and Double Charge. The 7th race, yeah, the top 3 is very close together, and that's Look for Hounds, After the Rain, and All Lit Up, and then there's a gap to Adios Amigos. And the last race, a little bit of a gap from Let It Burn to Han Solo, and then Gem King, Fort Red, and then some more of a gap into Osbob. Okay, guys, I hope that helps. Have a great day.